Hey, if you're catching this, you're catching the replay. If you don't see the red live, ooh, this is hard to do. Up in this general area up in here, it means I am no longer live. You guys are zoomed in on my bucket. We are getting ready to dip with the Neon Magic Marble paints. The pack, there's a Neon pack and there's a Rebecca pack. The difference between the two is the Neon pack comes with the neon pink, the neon green, yellow, and orange. That is the neon bundle, okay? The Rebecca pack comes with all of those colors plus purple passion and light blue. Okay, so tonight we are going to, I'm going to show you guys how to dip over a glittered base, meaning this cup has been glittered and epoxied smooth. This is over Marco Island. Okay. And it's been glittered smooth. If you have to sand your cup, that is fine also. Just make sure that you wash it really well prior to dipping. This cup here is sanded, but I will go through it and dip it. It's just fine, but it's washed really well. All right. You can do this over a non-glittered base. You can do this over a non-glittered base or epoxy base. The benefit to doing dips over epoxy like this is that if you if something really horrible goes wrong with your dip, you can wipe it off a lot easier than wiping off over a spray painted base. Spray painted base, you can still wipe it off, but you're wiping everything off. At least over the epoxy, you're just wiping off that. And you don't have to redo the whole cup. Cadence.
Yeah.
Will you hand me that styrofoam cup over there?
Yeah.
Okay, so the things that you're going to need, obviously, is a 5-gallon white bucket. Your temperature should be between 65 and 70. All issues with dips can pretty much be answered with what is the temperature of your water. All right. It can go from one extreme to the next. It can be too hot. It can be too cold. They will both present issues in the same fashion, meaning your paint won't disperse, and you'll see what I mean by disperse once we get there. For both situations. The way that I test my water is as I'm filling up my bucket, I call it the baby bottle check. And if it's too hot or too cold to hit this part of my wrist, then I adjust my temperature accordingly. Okay? And my grandmother used to test the bottles that she would give both of my daughters on her wrist, and that's an official temperature gauge. So the wrist never lies, folks. All right. So from there, we're just going to get right on into it. You want to make sure your water is clean, that you don't have stray pieces of glitter that have somehow found their way into your bucket or pieces of cat hair, dog hair, whatever. You want to make sure your paints are good and shaken up. When you are dipping over a glitter base and you want the glitter to show through in chunks, you're going to use what is called colorless. All right, you're going to see me pull this out also. Colorless creates the separation in the paint to let the glitter come through that you have on your cup. All right. So when you are dipping, you want to make sure that you have everything in arm's reach, and pretty much you want to lay your paints out in the order that you're going to put them in the water. And you want to cap your paints immediately after you get them in the water. So I'm gonna go ahead and take off all my lids. Oh, that's great. Get everything ready. Let me preface all this with, you have a little bit of working time, okay? It's not like you have 10 minutes of working time with this paint in the water. All right, you have a little bit of time. The better your water temperature is, the more time that you will have to work with it. But honestly, it's a drop and go situation. Okay, and like I said, you want to cap off immediately, meaning put your caps back on your paints. The more exposed they are to air, the easier it's going to be for your paints to dry out. Okay, when you get done with putting your paint in the water, okay, you want to make sure that you wipe off this area right here before you put your cap back on, so that it's clean and your cap will sit tight. All right, so here we go. Take a deep breath. Everything's going to be great. This is the fun part about it. No two are going to ever come out looking the same. This one I'm going to attempt to use all the colors, which is 7, 5, 4. I can't count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 colors, 7 including colorless. We're going to do all 7. Okay. And if you have questions, you can drop them in the comments and I will rewatch this live, and I will be happy to answer any questions that anybody has with dipping. Okay, my phone's in a position right now that I can't see any comments. So watch this and watch this a few good times. All right, so here we go. I'm going to say the colors as I'm putting them in. So this is neon pink. You see how it disperses nicely in the water and it turns your water pink? That's the importance of having a white bucket. So you can see, this is Purple Passion. Okay. Whoa. Neon Green. And you drop your paint close to the water, because the higher up that you drop it from, you create unnecessary and unwanted bubbles. Okay, light blue is going in. Orange. It's okay if the more colors that you get in there, it doesn't start to disperse right away. You're gonna help it, okay? Yellow, all these areas here, I'm gonna go in with yellow. And just be mindful that with the yellow, you're going to want to be careful when you start to swirl, okay? This is colorless. This is to help let some of the glitter come through.
I just said don't lean forward towards the bucket. Just use your head.
Okay. Is my head in the way?
Yeah, she can't see the dipping.
Oh, okay. I'll go like that right there. Okay. Alright. Okay. So you're going to take it from here. And you're just going to swirl your paint. Okay? You can do this however you want to. And you're going to take your paint and you're going to lock it into the sides. If you have bubbles here, pop them with your skewer and pull them out. The importance of locking your paint into the sides is so that your paint doesn't fall in on itself. Now, I want a little bit more pink and a little bit more purple in some of the areas. Green. Again, lock in your paint to the sides. Okay. You have your cup. We have it on our paper towel holder. Okay. This cup isn't going to go anywhere. All right. You're going to go in, slow and steady, constant motion down. Once you get down, you're going to swoosh the cup around, pull it out through clean water. Move your cup around the bucket to collect all the paint. Swoosh it around. Okay, you see how all that paint's going away? Pull it up. Look at that. That's green and that's yellow. And that, folks, is how you get the colors to show up just like that. So there's a little bit of a bubble right here. You can wait. That's actually a paint blob right there. But that's okay. I can get that off in just a moment. Okay. And see how very little paint I have left in the bucket? I used all of it on this. Can you guys see it? All right, give me just a moment. Oh, I got a little bit of water in the cup. Okay. All right. I get real excited colorless is when you are wanting to create separation in the paint to let a base color show through. Paper towels. Okay, I'm gonna recap my paints. You're gonna take paper towel, okay? See how I got some paint buildup right here? You're gonna take your paper towel, you're gonna wipe that off, and you're gonna put your cap back on. Be a good paint parent and do that, and your paints will last. Okay, so I did the same thing for the Purple Passion. And I will do the same thing for the rest. Green. Done. All right. So I know it was very short and sweet, but you get all the information that you're gonna need to have successful dips. If you rewatch this live a few times, okay? Like I said, you can drop questions in the comments. I'm pretty sure there are going to be quite a few more lives of us dipping. You will just come by and catch us again the next time that we go live when we dip. All right. And as far as for the folks on the business page, I hope you guys have a great night. And let's see those dips.